So I'm gonna try this again. I didn't, I already said in the other video, I did an hour and a half, a long video with this friggin' mic right here. It only costs a bajillion dollars. No, it didn't, and it didn't record. When I tested the mic, it was fine. So, because I told like a bunch of my story in it alive. I'm just, apparently it was a test run. It didn't start off as my story, but since it was coming out that way, I just segued into it. And I figured, might as well share. Celsius. Okay. All right. Let's see what comes out. And if I spill the tea, then I do. And if anybody can relate, then God bless you too. God bless you too. Shut up. The struggle was real. I'm alive. We're alive because of God and the God in me. Oh, that collapse. Yeah. You're supposed to collapse, but you love yourself and you are love. This cult, because what the first card that was out, I cleared this whole deck, and the only card faced like this way was abuse and neglect. And then it went from there. So I figured I'd do a reading with that. Oh, this is sadness. Somebody loves to see you collapsed and sad. Since you were abused and neglected by a thief who was stealing all your ideas, stealing your energy, stealing, draining you without knowing, but through the fire. Blackmail. Oh, there's blackmail? How are they going to blackmail you? You would need to be worried about that. There's blackmail on them. I don't know how, but I said a lot of shit in that video. And I'm sure it'll come out again. No, revenge. God is the revenge. That's clarifying God. This isn't revenge. Oh, that's what you were supposed to do. And that's what this person already had somebody do and played it off as if, oh, I wasn't trying to do that. I didn't want that to happen. I just told him to, it was over a girl. First of all, this dude that I'm referring to in the group he associated with of feminines, that's a separate thing. If that comes out, then it comes out. He's already had people do this, collapse into that because of lies. I don't, everything out of this guy's mouth is a lie. First of all, he's a fake prophet. He's not a psychic. He makes up his shit. His card's already pulled. And he already has a story in mind on what he's going to say to manipulate. So every time I would post a video an hour or two later or whatever, same exact video with everything I said, same energy, same everything. Yep, full of lies about love. He lies about love. Um, he is backed by a man with a lot of money. A man who pays, that's why I'm not on TikTok anymore, because they suppress me. Because this man pays millions of dollars in gifts alone to TikTok And he said it many, many times. And this guy's like, who knows, in his 60s or something, 70, I don't know. He's older and it's weird. And he's supposedly psychic. No, they're not. I mean, I don't know really about the other guy, but if he can't see through this and he's basically funds this, that's why this creator has a lot of viewers, a lot of followers. So he's out here fucking up a whole ton of collectives. Because I'm not the only person who's done it too. It's funny how the divine works. Yeah, inside. This came out in reverse. An inside job. That's why I'm suppressed over there. That's why my shit is never pushed out. Because they keep certain creators small because we're supplying the whole fucking network of these people with our energy unknowingly, but now knowingly. And I started saying this like at least minimum over, it was last December 2024. People are just starting to believe me now the last few months because this person is associated with a group, and that whole group was making up stories about me too. So making up stories about me, which why would I acknowledge a story if it doesn't fit my life? I'm not going to say that. I call myself out. I take accountability. So this whole time, and I would do that throughout the last 3 years, 2 years. Pizzagate? Okay. I don't know, even know what that fucking thing means. Female. I don't know what it means, like none of it exactly like that. If I don't know what that is, if I'm not don't know what you're referring to, why the fuck would I acknowledge it? It's not my truth. So the humiliation rituals, like apparently making fun of me to my face, but not to my face because it wasn't about me, because it was about me though, but it wasn't about me because it wasn't true. So I didn't acknowledge certain things, right? Like a normal human being. I've shared what I've overcame, like addictions. I took myself off all my medicine, my antidepressants, anxiety, like all my yeah, whatever. He said I had bipolar. No, the fuck I don't. I was never diagnosed with that. He's bipolar, not me. I have I have anxiety, depression, ADHD, and whatever. I think that's it. I don't know. Trauma, CPTSD, chronic PTSD, that. So, and then would say I'm crazy. No, bitch, you're crazy. And you're a masculine out here. So he's got all these people believing he's fucking actually a real psychic. He probably convinced this other guy that he is, who knows if the other guy's even real psychic, because he houses him, sends him on trips across the world to Africa to, like, he's in a charity, right? Giving back to a community. No, he went over there, guarantee it to pay for voodoo or spell work or some type of magic. That's a fucking setup. That whole thing was a lie. And you got like a handful of kids. Are you taking care of your kids? Because you don't promote that on your fucking on your TikTok, or you don't promote that on your page, whatever it is, platform, but you'll promote other people's kids because you're helping charity. No, you're not. You're over there helping yourself to some magic. He's a dark magician, he's a warlock. So no, this whole time I didn't know any of this, right? Yeah, it's jealousy. You have no blackmail because when you spill all the skeletons in your closet already over the years, what do you have on me? I'm not ashamed of anything. If anything, death. Yeah, they're out. They're gone. I don't have shame. You can't shame me for something that I've exposed. And I tell stories about myself to help other people. So why would I shame that? Um, I tell stories. of how I overcame it. It's a teaching tool. I went through a lot of shit in my life. I'm on life path 33. I'm supposed to go through a lot of shit in my life. And whatever, I told basically my whole background. I don't know why I was targeted, probably because he thought, oh, I can overwin her. There's no way she's that powerful. There's no way I have a Scorpio stellium, bitch. I've been through hell and then to the depths below hell and had to pull myself out. I have a Capricorn stellium. I'm gonna always climb the mountain and beat you. This is never a competition. I am my own lane. I am the competition. Clearly, because if a big creator is coming after a small creator, why would you do that if I wasn't a threat? I'm a Pisces with Lilith with my sun like this. So I'm always going to be a rebel. I'm always going to empower. But I had to, first of all, get through to the dark depths of my own psyche and figure it out by looking at myself on the platform. I came on TikTok to help one person not go through what I went through my whole entire life. Because I just wanted to help one person. That's all I came on for. And I ended up creating a community and healing myself. In the meantime, there's these bitches, little fucking pussies, coming up against me doing all this subtle manipulation without me knowing, until my knowledge was like, my discernment was on point, because I was always telling the truth. I would never lied. He was the one that's like, he's been in all that black magic, all those love spells and death spells backfired. They're backfiring because he's still in a whole ton of confusion out here trying to still preach to other people. Always the teacher, never the student, but he's not even a student. Doesn't even know himself. Yet he's out here propping himself up above everybody, like he's better than everybody, and wants the applause. He puts on a performance. He even says it. Oh, you're performing. No, bitch, you're performing. I'm not performing anything. So there's that. The rest will come out. It's funny how God works, because he's had me link up with random ass people, like, you know how your soul tribe, yeah, random ass people all over the world, and had me put pieces of the puzzle together and confirm it. This was confirmed by somebody else as to him doing this, like, he had like 5 twin flames. He was doing all this too. It was a weird fucking situation. So once I heard that, I was like, oh, wait, what? Hell to the no. And then just stringing along in my low self-worth at the time, my low self-esteem, my long-term suffering. I could take a breadcrumb and make it fucking last a long ass time. It's not that I didn't have any self-respect. I honestly believed the dude because he's a good actor. That's all. And he's a low-paid actor. And if you were in the military, why are you coming after a female? Yeah, this male that lies in love, cheats on, he has an OnlyFans page. Let's just start with that. So he's nasty. Like, oh, in fear. Yep, that's what the whole thing to do is put you in fear, in a fear state, so you don't speak up, you don't respond, you don't say anything. Yeah, well, he better fear God. He doesn't even believe in God, but he's out here acting like he does. He's a big fucking lie. Breakup, bye. There was never even a relationship. This was a weird soul connection, fucking telepathic weirdo things. And so that it just it was all for my discernment. But at the end of the day, none of this had to happen. Like, none of this had to happen, because I didn't need extra roadblocks in my path, put in my path, in illusion and confusion and all this whole fucking Truman Show, so I could have extra blocks in my path. Like, I don't have enough. Like, I didn't have enough obstacles. They were telling everybody I was on meth or drugs or something like this, because I'm a single mom of three. I was eating one chicken nugget left over from my kids at dinner. I lost a lot of weight and I was under a lot of pressure. I started my business. There was a lot going on. I was going through, it was at the beginning of my journey when I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was still learning. I don't, I was very humble. I don't have an ego. So I'm not, I used to try to make, like, I like to dress up and do my makeup because that helps me feel better about myself. That's my self-care. And so, whatever, that was the only thing really that was getting me through. So they were saying I was sleeping around and doing all this stuff. No, I've been celibate for 4 years. He's the one with an OnlyFans page. And he's married, he's in like all this, he probably has orgies and shit. I don't know. I don't even know if I could say any of this stuff on YouTube, but I think I can say some of it. TikTok, you could say whatever you want. That's the issue. But yeah, me being suppressed over there helped me, forced me to come back onto YouTube. This false person inside. Yeah, they're real broken. And they'd be like, oh, broke people, hurt people, healed people, healed people. So he comes off like he's healed. No, he's hurt and broke. And it that and again goes along, has to be in a collaboration, goes along with everything mainstream. He repeats everything everybody else says. He doesn't get downloads because he copies everybody. Or he puts it into ChatGPT. So saying, yeah, no, I wasn't on any type of drugs. I took myself off of my medication and I was whatever I just told you. Um, I wasn't drinking. I quit drinking, so I lost a whole ton of weight just in that with that alone over like 2 year span. Um, whatever, and I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to get push out videos, 3 videos every day while trying to do all this other crazy shit and uphold everything else. So these stories I heard of after the fact that I have like a HIV or something. I was dying from a sexual no, I'm celibate. I never had a STD in my life. So there's that. Um, that's him. I guarantee you he does because he sleeps with every fucking thing that walks. And he's probably on the DL. And there's nothing against that, but don't be out here spreading stories about other people. False person. And then pretending you're a prophet on top of that. In in like confusing, fucking up all these communities. This bitch better be taken down. So people are like, he can't take any accountability. When I was in my shadow, when my shadow came out to protect my light because I was healing and I was being all wild ghetto me, like my hood's kind of, but not. I was just protecting my light from these crazy people on the world on social media and also from them, unknowingly them, till it was knowingly them. Like I have 11 uncles. My mother's one of 16. I have 40 first cousins. I'm the curse breaker for 117 people, me, one person alone, while doing all this. So I was healing a lot of things. You're not going to take me down. I'm a Taurus rising. I'm a bull. I'll bulldoze your ass over. And this isn't a flex. This is just is what it is. And I'm telling you this because I don't know why they came after me. Why would you ever think you could take me down? Because you can't. A life path 33. This is my last life. I came signed up to come back down here. I volunteered to help change. I don't know. I guess to do this. So saw that maybe wanted to destiny swap because he wore my energy like a fucking G. Like he wore me and then grew all these followings because this guy on TikTok with all this money. And then he probably had to keep up with his image. He's the one that does drugs. He's the one that has a OF page. In TikTok is a cover up for tax purposes. That's all that is. So he's on here fake doing all this stuff. And I know this because before I observe. I sit back in the shadows and see what the hell is you how what type of person you are. he would say all these things on his live, and he'd be like all there just for the attention and the ladies, but he was like, oh, like never came off that he was sleeping with anybody, single, like, so if somebody, whatever, I'm not even going through to that part. But no, he was sleeping around, third parties everywhere, probably married, he's got a handful of kids, yet where are you, why aren't you taking care of your children? Why are you in Africa? You're putting on a show. Him and this other man, because the other guy funds like or gives money to all these other young people. And why are you funding a bunch of young people? It's odd. Oh, secret weapon, natural disaster, a thief. Who knows what they do? And so I don't really care. And because millionaires don't like, but billionaire, he's not, who knows what he is, don't like being called out. It's their ego. You're a man coming after a feminine who's poor, who still lives, I live 20 minutes from Boston, you live in Utah, you're a Mormon or whatever the fuck you were. You were, we're in two different universes. So I don't know if he thinks it's okay to do this, if that's normal for them to do it there. And no offense against anybody in that religion. I'm just saying we're in two different universes. And then you want to come after my kids? Do you not realize you just, my kids are so protected, they're all psychic. Except my youngest one already predicts shit because I started this when my other two were older. So they're not really like, they didn't grow up, weren't born into this. Like my youngest was. And so whatever, there's that. They're fine. They're protected. I'm their mother. Hello. But you want to come after them, I will with my own hands. Okay. And or run you over with a train, or never mind, just be the whistleblower on your ass. And I have been, but nobody wanted to believe me, and now they want to believe me. But them suppressing me on TikTok had me come back over here to YouTube. And hell, I wish I did it a long time ago because the genuine love over here and actual real ass people, TikTok is so fake. And I don't know if it's just because of the bad experience I had, but no, I can see through everybody. And I seen through a lot of shit, but people are human because I was human. I learned a lot of lessons. I went through a lot of shit, but I tell the truth. I'm not gonna lie about what I go through. His whole shit is a lie. So there's a big difference there. And he's can't take accountability for anything. So the whole time I'm after that, me and my shadow phase, um, I would I sat back, I made a video one time and was like thanking them for being the example. Them, this group of females who made up all these weirdo stories too. And then him, because he's filtering to them or they're listening to his lies, and that's on them because they want to believe a man instead of going to the source. First of all, because they're all big vaginas, they can't go to your face and ask you shit. Um, so I take accountability is my point. If I feel I'm wrong, I will call myself out. I love doing that, actually, as a matter of fact, natural causes. Him, he's still out here preaching. He can't take accountability for anything. He lives in a lie. He really thinks, I don't know what he thinks. I don't really give a fuck. But I know I'm saying it on here because I guarantee it watches because I blocked him on over there. Been blocked since like June. And um somehow the fake pages of him would show up and still, what is he doing? Still watching me on a fake accounts, talking about the same shit that I've been talking about. And it's like they tweak it so it doesn't look like that obvious, but they use the same exact every video, the specific words and wording and sentences and whatever. I can tell. Other people that are psychic can tell. People with their third eye can tell. People that have the gift, the actual gift, can tell. People that are manipulators can tell, because manipulators and truth speakers, everything is equal and opposite. They know how to manipulate the truth because that's their whole living, which, yeah, they're a man-made disaster that I'm a witness to. So what else was there? Yeah, I'm over here like thanking them, like I should have. Yeah, because I apologize to my community or people for how I used to be coming off, because I didn't like that way of coming off that way. And so trapped. Yeah, they're trapped now because there's a witness, me, alive, schooling them when they're the students. The teacher's always the student. It's a forever learning thing. He can't humble himself enough. He puts himself on the pedestal, can't humble himself enough to even fucking learn anything. That's why he's stuck in the same karmic loops, because he's not healing at all. Like he says, he's not learning anything at all. Like he says, he has it's the same shit. Mm. So to think I was saying I didn't like how I came across, whatever, and um thanking them for leading by example. No, their example was they lead by is fake. It's manipulation. And then this other chick group, it's her and her two friends. She makes the products. It's all around people's wounding to keep people stuck in karmic loops. And then once I called that out, then her and her two friends try to make all this psychological, oh, your whatever psyche stuff. No, he puts his whole shit into ChatGPT, because how do you write a book in a week? ChatGPT. And he even says it. Um, he even says it that he used to use ChatGPT on live or on whatever. There's videos of him doing it. And he was talking about writing a book, and then a week later he has a book written. You don't, that's impossible. So there's that. Yeah. And everything is of a female with his book, like on their lap, in their vagina, with their feet, on their ass. Like it's fucking, he's so lustful. That's all he is. He's there to get chicks. And I'm not about that life. Like keep me, his energy is gross. Yeah, justice, exactly. In the neighborhood, in the community. This is for the fucking community. And then, yeah, oh, work in the military or law enforcement, you think that you'd have some, no morals, no integrity, no respect, no ethics, zero. That's, and he doesn't own a shadow, because he sits there in his fake emotional self. He puts music on in the background in his videos, because that's what they do. They put music on to put you in a trance. You fall in love with the music, not them. It puts people in a trance. It helps. It's easier to manipulate people when there's music on and they're listening to your words. Your he sits there like it's sweet words or whatever the fuck he does. And so that part I figured out. What else? Water supply. Yeah, playing on the emotions. He's a Pisces like me, but his Piscean is diabolical. It's the shadow side. Plus, he's a fake. See? Secret trip to Africa. No, that wasn't a secret. He takes trips. He's always on a trip. Somebody that flies everywhere for work. He's like a week or two here, and then a week or two in Utah, a week or two here. So he's got, who knows, family all over, kids all over the globe probably, yet he's over in Africa. I digress. with the spouse or partner, he goes after people. His partners let him have multiple women. Them two, they love competition. I don't even know who his partner is because he has a bunch of them. They fight. They love being in competition over whatever woman he's into at the time. So they probably lay in bed fighting over other people. And then because she loves it too, she's cursed. They all do magic on each other. They're cursed. And they try to put curses on people, but except for you can't put curses on a healer who heals themselves through your bullshit. Oh, makes promises he can't keep. That's why I don't make promises, but I can keep mine. He's married, I'm pretty sure, like, and says he's a divorced. Misfortune, hate, catastrophe. He's a nightmare, exactly. Confirmation, responsible. Yeah, act responsible. Um, big bully, big bully. That's all he does. So all these stories, yep, they're meant to keep me small, but why would I don't acknowledge them because they're not true. Like that's the only part that they didn't realize. Embarrassment, gossip. I don't get embarrassed by things that aren't true about me. And that's why everything you hear about me, I've told you myself. I don't have skeletons in the closet. That's not me. Everything I do is I learned and I went through so I can teach it to help other people not have to deal with it or to help other people get through things. So he's out here as a big fucking bully, overloaded. Yeah, he puts all his shit. You're supposed to carry all the load. I'm pretty sure he either has, he marries for money, if that's even or housing or whatever the fuck, because whatever. Excessive obligation, overwhelm. Yeah, he doesn't take care of responsibility. So I don't know the difference between the two cultures, but over here we take care of our own shit. Like I used to be a cardiac nurse, so I've got street smarts. I worked, I've got book smarts, and I've got looks, and I got spiritual smarts. Um, I don't know about them. My hood side loves coming out, and I love my fucking hood side. I love it. Why not? Because it makes me me. And we take care of our shit over here. I don't know what they do in Utah. I don't know what they do on the other side of the world. They pretend that they're something they're not. They play plastic. So he's a big pussy. That's why he lets females do all this stuff for him. Fury. Yeah. And he's actually in real life, like, I can only imagine what he does behind closed doors. He's the one that does drugs. He's the one that's lustful. That whole shit is for a cover up for tax purposes, like I said. Oh, Sue, attention, inadequate. Yeah. So once that's what he loves to do, bring attention to people's inadequacies, but that's what he considers inadequate. He thinks calling people out on what they're not doing correct or what they're inadequate around, what he feels like you need to be taught, that's his whole shit. Like, what kind of leader is that? You're not a leader. I, so again, more of a natural born leader than that one. I'm here for the people. I've got Aquarius. My Venus and Mercury are in Aquarius, so I'm all about human. That's why I'm different. I'm unique. I think outside the box. My Mercury's at 29 degrees of Aquarius. That is the genius degree, and I wouldn't consider myself. None of this is a flex. It's just I'm trying to like, is this why? And I don't think I'm a genius. I just say that's what it is, a Sabian symbol. And So I think different, I act different, I dress different, I am different. I'm all about people. I'm all inclusive. So I will talk to the piece of shit person that with all his money suppressing, buying this other guy, and the homeless man the same way. I will treat everybody the same. That's the difference. He feels like he's got to keep up with all these people and whatever the Joneses. I don't know. I don't. Did I already say that I was skinny because I have 3 kids and I was eating nothing? Yeah, rest in peace. Just like you wanted somebody else, it's inevitable his that ending. Because I'm not going to let this go on. At least over here on YouTube, people will believe me. And if somebody else shares the same story, then even better. Trust, honest, compatible. Yeah, the loyal comes off as a loyal. No, the only thing, he is a dog, just like his dog. That's the only thing he ever had around. I'm loyal. He appears loyal. He says it, but you see a 3 minute, when you make one 3 minute video every day, if that, he doesn't even do that. I don't know. I haven't, you can't keep like, you can't keep up the work ethic. I used to push out all this stuff, but I used to put a lot of pressure on myself, and that was at the beginning a few years ago. And I still can do that. I love doing it. Like I have a gift, and this is what helped save my life. Like I said the other day, I couldn't get out of bed without pulling cards. Like even my kids, I mean, I would, but I couldn't at some point. I couldn't, literally couldn't. Um, Eternal love, consistency, soulmate. Yeah, natural disaster. That's what he is. And I avoided, oh, I survived. And that's what they do is play. All he did was cause more trauma, add more trauma. They play on your survival. They work on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So they know what to do in their psyche. I'm gonna outsmart you every time. Even if you have the same Mercury as me, you don't have any other placements as me. Only one person has it, me. Because only one person was born at that time on February 27th, 1984. And I came out 3 weeks early, ass backwards. I had to be born that day to be a life path 33. You have to be born on a specific, on certain days is the rarest one. I wish I didn't have it. Like, it's not a fun life path. So, like, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying I'm here for a purpose. I'm here for a reason. And there's no reason. I already have enough fucking obstacles to overcome. I already had enough obstacles to overcome. Enough challenges to overcome on social media. So the whole point was to get me to stop posting on social media. The whole point was to get me to shut up. No, the fuck not. Lilith and my son, I'm not going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to, in fact, do exactly the opposite of what you want me to do. I'm the rebel. I'm going to go against the grain. Had to go against the grain of 117 people who wouldn't do it. See what I'm saying? And then lose everybody, have like barely any no support, and raise my kids alone. Yeah, the pride in his, it's there, his pride and ego when you can't even make, yeah, the self-esteem, the self-worth, the ego, it's fake. It's all about whatever money he has and whatever ladies are praising him and whatever following he has and whoever is liking his shit at the time. He's here for likes. That's where his self-esteem and self-worth come from, and confidence from the likes on your videos. You should probably get that from somewhere other than the likes on your videos and the money in your bank that you didn't make. Or maybe you did, but you were naked. Like, cause some of his, oh, has anybody ever wasted $8,000 on blah, blah, blah? Like, who talks about money like that? A puppet, exactly, of the devil, blind to his own self. You don't know where he's going. Oh, right into a trap. He created a trap for himself, coming after me, putting illusion over me, trying to confuse me when I was just trying to heal, trying to learn, trying to grow, trying to be here for the people. Dumb fuck. You're not going to victimize me or lure me into anything. Did you trick me? Yeah, because I was naive to this stuff. I didn't know there was any of this stuff. Like, I didn't even know I had a gift until what year is it? 2026? Until 4 years ago. I got maybe it was 5 years ago. My chart read, and she's like, you're psychic as fuck, right? In that one line, my whole life made sense in a medium and whatever. Because I always felt everything. I carried all this energy. It wasn't even my own. After that reading, I was floating on my own. I was floating on Earth for 3 days on my own energy because I was like, oh my God, none of this energy is mine. Like floating everywhere. I was high, like on my own. It was weird because it was just like everything lifted off of me. I didn't realize what was going on up until then. And so I floated on Earth for 3 days. Like I don't like going to the gas station or the grocery store because everybody's energy I feel. I don't even like being around people. I had to learn to form boundaries, and then that took slow because I could never say no. It's lonely, yeah. Look at his adventure. So once I knew I had this gift, I was like, if there's any dream job I could possibly have, because I've had every job. I worked at Lowe's, I worked in hardware, paint, installed sales, I worked at the tanning salon, I worked in insurance, I worked at a cardiac nurse, like I said. I don't know. I worked all types of jobs. I can do everything. Plus my North Node's in Gemini. I'm coming from a past of Sag, a past life of from the Galactic Center. In my North Node is in Gemini communications, community, talking, speaking. I I couldn't I didn't even like being in front of the camera or being looked at. So I had to build up all this. I'd never liked being looked at. I didn't want this. I was like, I wanted to do this, but I was too scared because I didn't like being looked at. I felt everything. Even on the other side of the screen, as an INFJ, then I internalize it. So I literally had to look at my own reflection, and that's how I taught myself how to heal and like fix what I liked about me and what I didn't like about me, what I wanted to be and what I didn't want to be. So, right, yeah, and it wasn't fucking fun at all. So I finally built up enough confidence in self-esteem and self-worth. I I always had self-respect because I would never let anybody cross me, but all the other things, because I have Chiron at 28 degrees of Taurus on my ascendant. Like, I am the wound. I had to fix all that. To think I can even do this is amazing. But anyway, so yeah, when I heard that, I guess it's time to spill my guts, right? I was like, if I could have any dream job, this is it. This is a gift. And then I learned cards, and then I started channeling through that and practicing and like honing in on my skills, and I was obsessed with astrology, so I became an astrologer too. Um, this is the appointment that I was supposed to have an hour ago, so it's gonna have to wait. Cause I'm in the middle of this. Fate. I'm putting this on work mode. I'm not answering that because you can't waste 2 hours of my time. Oh, and then my youngest daughter, I'll answer her, and I'm sorry if she's seeing this, but I mean, I'm in the middle of a fate. Yeah, this was my destiny. Injustice. This is it. And I'm the Hierophant. They don't know my rank. I'm learning it. Like, I just know I was given a gift because I'm gonna do the right thing with it. I knew I was given this gift because I knew I was meant for this because I didn't even want to be seen. I didn't come on here for praised and to be validated. I came on here to help one person heal. See the big difference? I'm about equality, morality, logic, helping people get through things. Nothing is a coincidence. I had my ego was there to protect. Ego is there to protect us. So you have to break that down layer by layer till the core, and then I have to build it back up. So I was always humble, but trust me, I've had embarrassing moments. I had to be willing to be embarrassed, and I still have to. Constantly, I have to be willing to do that. Which it's very hard to do that, to embarrass me now. Before, I like used to be so self-conscious and just around where certain things, because Chiron, I am the wounded healer. Like, this dude, no, he's on here for praise and to break people down, not to help. Yeah, that's being stopped. He has an idea. What else? Let's see what else comes out. I'll have to get back to that lady when I'm done. Networker, enhancing unity through sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. That's what my plan is. Him, he conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Yes. So let's see what else Spirit wants to say about this and what else I feel like I need and I remember to say. Oh, the Fool. Fearlessly revealing emotion. Had to. Helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And then yes, I have to laugh at myself because some of the shit we go through. And if you fail me, you know, you have to laugh at it because it's so awful. But this one uses humor to wound people rather than liberate them. Denial of their emotional truth. Detective. Yeah, and I got great powers of observation and intuition because I have a Scorpio stellium. Desire to seek out truth. That's me, and only truth. Him, he's into voyeurism and falsifying information. Yep. Oh, in the warrior. Gambler. Yep. Willingness to follow my intuition even when others doubt me. I had to. I had to. I had to go against 117 people. So to think that people up here and plus the whole world, whoever was attacking me, and then they would create fake accounts and they knew my wounds and would go on there and trigger it over and over and over for 2.5 fucking years, knowing they were doing this. Him is relying on luck rather than hard work, in a nutshell. And he does gamble in real life. Facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. That's what I do. The priest, high priestess. In him, he violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by their own spiritual role. Yep. Which he doesn't even have a spiritual role. He made it for himself. He's not real. rebel. And his gifts, if he even had any, are gone. And he even said before, like a few years ago, oh, when I first started this, I was using this for the wrong reasons and spirit took my gifts away. So to think that that's not going to happen again, especially after me, oh, hell no. You're gone. Yours are gone for good. Guarantee he did this in a past life. He came back here to see if he could redeem himself in this life. And no, he still chose wrong. He still chose to manipulate the system. He still chose he still chose to show up in disguise, and when he doesn't even believe in God and what he's portraying himself to be. So he was probably, yeah, in a past or whatever, a priest or some shit that didn't believe in it. And that's fucked up because my uncle passed. That was a priest when they were sending all this death magic. People had passed. I had an ex die in my first dark night. So I was going through my very first dark night, not knowing what was going on. And an ex died in the middle of it. You think you're gonna stop me, bitch? No. Challenges authority to effect social change. Reject spiritual systems that do not serve their inner needs. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do, and that's what we all should be doing. He rejects legitimate authority out of anger and rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Yeah, because it looks good. Whatever suits him for the time. Don Juan uses the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Yep, and then pretends he doesn't. Addict. Oh, helps you recognize and confront addictive behaviors. And he compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authoritative over their inner spirits. Every addiction you can think of. Pornography created it. Saying somebody else is an addict when he's over there, mad people know that he does drugs and he's an alcoholic. And I used to be, I know. I just quit drinking 4 years ago. Him, still goes on the drunk. I can see right through it. Cockeyed, high as a kite, but says no. And then he has a gun. Oh God. And he's already had somebody else kill themselves. Oh God. I'm gonna have to put this video as not. Oh, the teacher. Yep. Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. And him manipulating or abusing students. Teaching negative traits and destructive skills. No, he doesn't. Well, yeah, actually he does because he teaches people how to manipulate. Unknowingly, probably because he's an idiot. Child, orphan, independence based on learning to go it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. Yeah, had to. And his feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. Exactly. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. He has women take care of him. He has feminine, and like he's the masculine that was in the military. What? Dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. He doesn't do any hard work. He doesn't even know what that is. And I confront empowerment at the level of physical survival because I had to. Awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Yeah. All right. Enough. So that's most of my story for YouTube. And I'm glad that they suppressed me so I could come back over here and talk about these liars, the people trying to defeat people at all costs with their words. They'll plant the seed in your head. You don't realize it. 4 of Cups. Yeah. The discontent, focusing on negativity, missing out on opportunities because they're supposed to, but wanted me and causing me to miss out on shit. No. Justice. You messed with the wrong motherfucker. I am the Hierophant. I am the leader. I am here for the people who want to take it. I don't push my shit on anybody. Him? No, his is fake. His is stripped if he even had it to begin with. Justice. Yeah, it's stripped because he's sacrificed now. He's still living in the lie. He won't admit shit. And he thinks people can't see through the lie. And there's a lot of people over there that can see through the lie. They're calling him out. They've been calling him out. He can't, he pretends that that they're not talking to him. It's like they're not talking to him. Yes, they are, knowing they are. And me calling him out, oh, I bet it fucking boils his blood. I know it does. See, the Knight of Swords came out. He just wants to come out of this hang up, but he can't. Queen of Wands. And then him and his bitches sending me all types of shit. Trying to end me? No. No, sir. No, ma'am. Never. I'd need to do that for myself, and that won't happen. No, not with Ten of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Rite of passage. This wasn't a rite of passage. This was, I could have found this rite of passage in discernment without any of this. But maybe I was meant to expose these people, bitches like this, in groups like that, who keep people stuck in karmic loops. Because I observe and I learn. See, Page of Swords, when I watch things, I actually learn. Page of Wands, yeah. And then I communicate justice to make things fair and right for other people. And then the stress, oh, this is clarifying the hangman. See those demons under the bed? See all those skeletons coming out that you have already put out into the universe, by the way. This is nothing. I'm not telling anything nobody already knows. He just played it off at the time to be like way less than it was. Shadow. See those two eyes? Yeah, do some shadow work. He played it off to be way lower than it was, but no, it's not. He played Six of Pentacles because he's looking for a handout, and he took, and he keeps taking, and he took enough. The beggar. He's actually a beggar, and he got bought, and he sold his soul to the devil. Nine of Pentacles. And me, I did all this on my own, one person. That's the truth. And the truth hurts sometimes. Yeah, a lot of times if you're not living in it. Nine of Cups, very satisfied with this. Yeah, maybe this was the video I was supposed to make instead. The world, to close that up. Oh, now this person, Nine of Wands, he's so codependent. You can't get up alone because you're going to need a hand up. And I already said this in a video a long ass time ago, over a year ago. You're going to need us, the people that you did this to. They're going to need us to help them. So the help that all the people that they abused are the people that are the exact people like you that they're going to need to help them back up. And that help isn't here. It's not. Nope. And now nobody is, because you played a whole mad people. Just nobody before me had the gumption or whatever, I don't know what, to do what I do. I'm gonna call it as I see it. And I'm gonna create my own justice. Because that's how justice works. Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. Oh well. Have fun. They don't care when they're doing this. And then when you were coming after my kids, when you wanted me off, when you were bullying me for 2 years, making fun of me for two and a half years. Oh well. Have fun with that. Because where are you gonna go now? you're missing all the applause because there's still people that support the motherfucker. They don't know, though. Can't blame them. Or they do know, and I can. But they're just like him, if that's the case. That's why every single person he's associated with, I blocked. But I warned those people too, and they didn't want to believe me. So, oh fucking well. Here's the light and the protection that you don't have. Yeah. Because as soon as I pulled the energy back, oh, he had no energy to live off of anymore. Nobody was praising him the way or however he thought I was. Oh, and all that whole group talks about, like, do you realize when one person gossips, everybody, they're gossiping about you behind your back too? If you do it with one person, you're doing it with everybody. That's how that works. And here's my 10 of cups. Aligned still. Not so much you. Oh, and I'm the emperor, not this motherfucker. Who's the one? I don't use power like that. I don't push it around. I use it to call out people like you. I'm a powerful protector. And when I need to be in my Empress energy, I will, because I can choose that. In my High Priestess, I will. That's all the time. But the accuracy, strength, all the tests I've passed, I had to pass it every single crossroads, every decision I made. Or I wouldn't be where I am right now. In this energy I am right now. I'd be laying in bed in a depression right now, drinking right now. Yeah, I'd be trapped right now. And see how this Eight of Swords, she's liberating herself? Yeah. Empowering herself? Yeah. Right now. The Hermit, with the wisdom I learned while I was in actual hermit mode, alone, soul searching, self isolation, seeking answers within. Yeah. Successfully. Yeah. Happily. Yes. All right, that's enough. The magician. Yeah, because I'm the real manifester, not this motherfucker. A dark magician, warlock who can't manifest shit besides a downfall. Yeah, with the moon. Because the moon and me, we're girls. You have to do, you need, when you're doing moon magic, make sure you know who you're doing it on. I am like this with the moon. I am one with the moon. Psyche in my moon. Oh, and the star. I'll take that. And I was just gonna say in Temperate and the Earth Angel. No, because I was looking for my favorite card. Yeah, I'll take that too. Thank you, Spirit. In the Chariot, you know who drives that? The Emperor drives the chariot, and that stops for no one. So that's my story for you, for the most part. Now you got to know a little bit about me. Love y'all. Doodles.